The warmth. What a strange name for such a wonderful, sunny place, said Bella to the ant. I'm not sure. It just owes its name to a sorceress who helped people transform this place from an icy land into a summer oasis. Frostegard. A combination of two worlds. The one that was and the one it became. As if Elowen, because that was the sorceress' name, had foreseen what she would accomplish. The first part of the name reminds us of that story which began in the cold. And Gard is like an abbreviation for garden, where new, sunny life began, attracting more and more people each year with its energy. Oh, I didn't know that, interjected Bella. Do you know more about Frostegard? A long time ago, there was a place covered with a thick layer of snow, and only a few days a year did the sun's rays graze the inhabitants. The cold wind whistled among the bare branches of trees almost every day of the year. This had something to do with the people who lived on that land. Someone told me that the inhabitants of Frostegard argued daily over the smallest matters, cared only for themselves, ignored others' needs, and in the evening, instead of telling fairy tales, they recounted sad stories from their past. They were also full of distrust. Instead of cooperation, there was much competition, and one person's good fortune aroused jealousy in others. I even heard that one day, one of them deliberately destroyed the bridge connecting the two sides of the river to make it harder for their neighbors to access their own homes. Another day, an old woman known for her constant complaining spoke such words that even all the children were afraid to leave their homes. Well, I would stop smiling in such conditions too, Bella cut in. It must have been difficult for the inhabitants to live there. I wouldn't want to do anything and would probably stop smiling altogether. That's probably what most people thought. But I believe everything starts with us. We give meaning to events and circumstances. Snow is also water, which they never lacked. And the cold allows for frequent campfires, which bring us closer together. We also assign value to past events. Remember how often you stayed home alone as a child? Mum had to work. I know it wasn't easy, but it taught you great independence and responsibility, and perhaps a desire to be among people. You are who you are today because those events helped shape you. As for Frostegard, luckily the day came when Elowen changed everything. Born in that land, the sorceress felt from a young age the need to show Frostegard that things could be different, that it depended on the smallest gestures, words, and deeds. She started with simple everyday actions. She smiled at everyone she met, helped with small tasks, spoke kind words to those who couldn't, and organized meetings where residents, with her help, began working together and in time, even having fun together, which built trust, friendship, harmony, and joy. In one of the caves, she showed them how to emanate radiant energy, warmth, and even communicate with nature. As she said, kindness can be shown to the moon or the wind. Inspired by Elowen's actions, people began to imitate her, and the land slowly changed its face. The snow melted. The cold wind gave way to warm spring breezes. The branches showed the first fruit buds. The water changed its shape and took on a brighter shade. Thanks to her knowledge and magic, people also learned how to find and use crystals to bring harmony in their homes. Why did she also teach about crystals? Few know that before all this could happen, Elowen had to find 3 crystals, because that was the only way she could permanently change the place and the people's behavior. She was given exactly 1 year to find them. After that, the land was to become colder than ever before. She succeeded, but we don't know who was the sender of his request, and more importantly, we don't know exactly how long it will last. Everything would be less strange if not for the fact that recently I dreamt of her, Elowen. That's what she called herself in the dream. She said it was good we were coming here because time was running out. I also heard her clearly say that people are increasingly forgetting what the story taught them, and that it's no coincidence there were 3 crystals because of their symbolism. The first reflects progress regarding who we are. The second represents good words with the power to transform for the better. And the third symbolizes friendship, the unwavering force that helps overcome all obstacles. The sorceress explained that only by having all 3 crystals can one harmonize oneself and unlock the deepest secrets of the world. It's a sign that not only individual growth and positive speech are important, but also bonds with other people. I wonder how she knew which crystals to choose and how we are supposed to know? Asked Bella. According to what was told to the inhabitants, the sorceress recognized them by a specific pattern or sign visible only in the moonlight. She immersed them in a specifically prepared elixir that, if they were genuine, changed color during immersion. She then tested the crystal's durability and their ability to conduct good energy. Few knew about this, but she alone had the courage and will to put in effort and set off in search, risking and changing the prevailing code so that today we can all enjoy this wonderful place. But first she wandered long through icy wastelands. Once people began to follow her example and the land began to transform into a colorful garden, Elowen disappeared. No one saw her ever again. But it's important that we have these bathing areas today, places to visit, that we can enjoy the wealth and diversity of markets, places to relax, and the best juicy fruits and vegetables from Frostegard. The owner of this place told me during a conversation that there's a story that somewhere near here, the sorceress buried those 3 crystals as a sign that everything here has its beginning and end. Strange that I had the dream before we came here, right? Bardo continued, looking at her friend. They stood together, pondering the words. Then Bella tugged the end by the sleeve and exclaimed, "Let's go! I want to look for them. I don't know how much time we have." They left all their luggage in a car and ran excitedly to one of the wild, untrodden beaches. Hidden in the green thickets of low trees, among larger rocks and small pebbles, stood a vial of glittery color. Slightly worn but still readable, the inscription read, "Know your reflection before you immerse." The thoughtful friends looked at each other and then at the water. In the reflection, they saw the sorceress holding many beautiful crystals. "Oh my!" exclaimed a surprised Bardo. "How are we supposed to know which ones are real?"